Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to his sincere brethren. So, brother Paya Allah.
And brother Amawan, man. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Amav Kwam, Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
On the camera. This is just an open forum. I'm going to get into some, wherever the Spirit leads us to get into. I've got scriptures, so I'm going to bring it out straight off the bat. This is Ecclesiastes 3:1. Then I'm going to jump to verse 8. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And currently the time we're in, the season that we're in, is a time of lamentation, woe and destruction. We're in a time of riots, man. We had riots over here in London, November 5th. There was a slew of riots, man. Starting with Anonymous, they've been doing a riot consecutively for 3 years. Basically running off the back of the ideal of V for Vendetta, the end scene where you basically have the whole House of Parliament blows up, a big terrorist act where they're throughout the movie they're underneath a new world order, totalitarian state, like a Orwellian type state, and they finally break free by blowing up the House of Parliament. And that's what they actually do. They wear the masks and they parade the streets, causing all kinds of anarchy and violence, setting alight the usual one police officer car that's always out there unattended, that always gets set on fire. So you had that, and also earlier in the day you had the Israelis were writing about some shit, and then all throughout that time was having riots and different things happening. But then also you got they passed the Snoopers Charter the day before that, before the riots, where basically now that it's legal for them, where it's going to be made legal for them.
No, they didn't pass it.
Yeah, where it's going to be made legal for them.
Yeah,
where it's going to be made legal for them to basically invade your information, man. So when they're legalizing those, taking steps to legalizing this, whereas before in 2012 they tried to put the draft before the Parliament and didn't go through, but now it's going through. That shows you what time we're in. They're pushing further to this new world order. They're stripping the rights of the people, and that's the time we're in. This ain't the time of where you can love and enjoy this society, because everything they're doing is basically invoking hatred among the people. It's basically making them look towards the government as in they're infringing on their rights. But at the same time, we know what they're pushing for. They're pushing for us, really, because that social media, the reason why they're trying to get rights over that, YouTube falls under social media. They're trying to basically pass legal laws where they can then turn around and say, well, we can get you on this. And really they can rack up many charges, because they're looking to, I believe they're working something towards, I'm not sure if it's passed or it's going through Parliament, where basically they're talking about taking away the freedom of speech, where they're saying that people, where if they speak something that isn't at one with society, that they can be arrested and withheld. So all these different laws and statutes and laws and statutes that passed in a government is really is basically just being instated for when that time comes, and when they come and round up the prophets and whoever is into the word, that they can just do it on a whole slew of charges where you can't get out, man, to test your faith. Okay? You got anything, bro?
Yeah, well, I'll just add to that quick. They're just it's like they're building a case, man. They're just gonna get as much evidence as they can to try and mess with brothers, man. But I got precept Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time. And like the Snoopers Charter going through, that's part of this, man. That's the squeeze coming down on the society. Because all these people out here, like right now, Esau's been, you can see it's been accelerating. Like all the, like, especially over here, the laws he's been passing, like he's been trying to get them through, like quite a lot. It's really since like 9/11, and over here since even like 7/7 attacks as well. It's been slowly building up steam, just stripping people of their rights. And even in the charter, they said, like basically they set up a whole, like a bunch of fail safes for it, but then they said, oh, but if it's an emergency situation, they can just like pass it anyway. So that's just like, that's showing the spirit Esau's in, man. Like he's just gonna have it where it's like, okay, these people are doing this, that, and then they say, okay, nab them, and then they can just nab you, man. So that's Esau. He's putting it, bringing it into that time, man, where people are gonna start getting snatched up, man. And that's something that, like the brothers in the word, man, you gotta have that like the faith to endure through that, man. Because after that, then like once they start snatching people up, then martial law comes, then the ship, then yo, that's that time of tribulation, man. And then brothers are gonna have to, you're gonna have to be strong in the spirit, man. You're gonna have to stay faithful. You're gonna have to hold strong, man.
I've got a scripture for you, bro. Revelations 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Yeah, that's it, man. Be thou faithful unto death as well, man. So that shows the extreme it could go up to, man. Your life could get put in jeopardy for the word, man. And that's a beautiful thing. That's something that brothers, if they have the opportunity to lay down their life for the word, man, then the elect, they'll go through with that, man. And then when they come back in the kingdom, then, yo, man, they'll receive like they'll receive the honor of having done that. And that's a great thing, man. Because it says in Revelation, man, about the brothers that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, man. So being beheaded for because you hold on to this word, man, that's a beautiful thing, man. That's something that a brother can be like, yeah, man. And the kingdom brothers are like, wow, man, you like, yo, you hold it down. And that's something, that's what we're all hoping for, man. Each brother's gonna get their own tribulation, and everyone's like, you just need to hold firm to onto the word, man. You need to have the words like firmly sealed in your mind, so you can know, yo, man, I'm gonna hold on to this to the end, man. Cause out here, it's like the people out here, they don't know what's going on, man. Like it's November, early November. All everyone's thinking about is Christmas, blah blah blah. You've seen Christmas decorations going up all around London. People are gonna they're gonna start buying presents and hiding them in the loft. You know, I was watching I read an article about how what was it, man? There was an advert, a paper advert, and because they like apparently it was disenchanting children from believing in Santa Claus, man. That's
because the parents bought the fucking presents.
Yeah.
Like they all do.
Yeah. So that just shows like what this society is about, man. Just complete bullshit, man.
Confusion.
Madness, like just base. They're on a base level, man. Whilst they're doing that, Esau's passing laws, man. And even all these laws that get passed, them guys are streaming that shit live on TV as they're talking about it.
They have a channel just set up for it, man. BBC Parliament, man. All day long. House of Lords, House of Commons, all day, man. You can check it out. But guess what? No one watches the fucking news, let alone no House of Parliament. Because I remember in the world, you'd see that shit, you'd think that's the most boring. That's the most boring shit ever. But like you said, they're passing laws that are going to take away the rights and basically legalize death onto the people.
That's right, man.
I've got one more point to say. Like you said, hey, they're already, this terrorist thing is a big thing as well. They keep saying, they basically did something happen over in Luton, which is north of London, another city in the UK, in England, and basically they're saying that the crime rate in Luton is so high. It's trying to say it's the third worst in the country. I forgot what particular crimes, but they're saying it has a direct effect with London. And they said it could bring about a terrorist attack or something like that. That's what they're saying. Basically, it lines up with terrorism. So basically, they're saying they keep showing things where the terror level is up in London. You had a guy beheaded. He's an old woman. You've had the two Nigerian Jakes that basically tried to behead the drummer Lee Rigby, and you keep having these terrorist events. They say they got 700 people in the UK currently that are dormant ISIS participants, sleeper cells. But they're saying that's 350 that want. They're saying basically half of them still want to carry out a terrorist attack. Half of them are just calling out. But they're saying, look, they've already stopped about 4 terrorists from doing a terrorist attack on mainland England, man. So basically, they keep showing you these things. The reason be, just so when these laws get passed, there's gonna be no qualms at all, man. Everyone's just gonna succumb to it. Because really, anyway, in England, you people are ready to fucking do whatever, man. Because they took away your guns a good couple decades ago. I believe it was in the 60s or something like that. Well, I can't remember. It might be longer than that, man. You got no rights to guns. You got no rights. You can't even carry a fucking knife, man. Even if it's 3 inches long, which is the legal length you're allowed to carry, around 3 inches, you still can't keep that shit, man, without it being without you giving a good excuse when you get stopped and searched, man. So basically, out here, your rights are all gone already, man. But they're really gonna bring it down so you can take the chip. They're basically beating you down slowly, drumming it into your mind so that you get ready for the trip. Yeah.
Let me read this one, man. Isaiah 60:2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But Yahweh shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. So that's what the people out here are under, man. Gross darkness. Because all these things are happening, man. People out here, they don't think, the last thing in their mind is thinking that the government's trying to, the elites are getting ready to set up a complete police state, man, on these people, man. These guys, they'll watch like Hunger Games, Maze Runner, all these different kind of movies in that dystopian world setting, and they'll think that for them it's just a movie, man. They're watching it, they're like, oh wow, I really like Jennifer Lawrence. That's all they've really got to say on it, man.
J-Law, or whatever they call it.
Yeah, they're not thinking, okay, well that's kind of strange. That kind of lines up with what's happening over here, man. If you watch like 1984, that book was written in like 1949.
48.
Was it 48? 1948?
Because he changed the numbers around the 48 to 84. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like, and imagine that was like way back when, man. That was like, the squeeze wasn't even on then. Imagine actual 1984 was like, back then compared to now, the level of rights they had and freedoms they had were just on like a different level, man. Mm-hmm. Now people are born, you're already thinking like, oh, you're just already conquered, man. Like your mind's already been put in the prison, man. It's like guys are born into the Matrix, man.
Yeah.
So these people, they're not even thinking like rebellion like doesn't even exist. They can't function without the government, man. So that's why these guys like all of these things are gonna come as a thief in the night, man. They're gonna be like, wow, what are police doing here? Like we watched a video earlier about guys just get the chip implanted as a fashion thing, man. They think, okay, yeah, wow, look, now I've got a chip. You know, I don't even have to bring my phone out or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then just put my hand on this and, you know, it's so cool and futuristic, blah, blah. They're not realizing that chip, like, they're done for, man. They've already been judged. Mm-hmm. They're already slaves, man. Like, very soon, this is, all the game playing is going to stop, man. All this out here, Esau's, like, right now he's playing it, like, kind of laid back. He's not going full throttle. But when, like, the Middle East situation starts heating up, the Russia situation is already heating up. Once the Israel situation with Iran, once that starts heating up again, they're just going to start pushing things forward, man. they're probably gonna have an attack pop off. Like in Israel, there's little small isolated incidents happening, but then they could just have like a bomb go off somewhere, and then that will just make it pop off, man. You got something?
Revelations 13 and 16. Start from 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And that's the technology that's been pushing forth right now, man. They're pushing forth the RFID chip. You had some bitch, she looked like she was on First Take or one of those kind of, one of them fucking American shows, man. The bitch was talking that shit about it's a good thing to get the chip and all that shit there, man. So these people are ready, man. They're thinking it's cool, it's hip to have the chip, which is foolishness, man. Because you take the chip, you're basically condemned to damnation, and you're gonna be thrown into the lake of fire, man. If you get that far, because it tells you in Jeremiah 15 and 3 that the Lord appointed 4 kinds of death, man, over them: the dogs, the beast to tear, the sword to slay, famine and I forgot the last one, famine and pestilence. So those are 4 kinds the Lord appointed over the earth. So in this time, it's a time to collaborate, like the first scripture I bring out, man. The season we're in is a season of death, man. So you see these things going on. Now you take it to World War III. See Obeezy, homeboy Obeezy, Obama, he's putting troops down on troops down in Syria. He said he's gonna drop troops down there, 50 ambassadors or something like that, to basically do talks or something. Not talks, but basically to basically